to yourself on that wish for Baltimore, and then sort of slowly launch our mini monuments.
The NONUMENT project as a whole covers a wide range of topics or interests. Questions which deals with utopian architecture, social realistic monuments, non-existing monuments, virtual monuments, science fiction, and etc. First action, the NONUMENT01 with the McKeldin fountain, because it's a beautiful piece of brutalist architecture that is a fountain in the center of the city. In case it will be teared down, we want to make like a 3D model, so it will exist also for the future passers-by. You would be able to experience it in a virtual world.
My name is Jaimes Mayhew, and I'm one of the organizers of NONUMENT's McKeldin Fountain, and we've been working with Martin and Neja and Lisa to put together this as a part of the Transmodern Festival. We're going to be marching down to McKeldin Fountain today with mini monuments and lighting them and then setting them free in the water.
Last year I was invited by the UMBC for a residency, for an artist in residency program, and I stayed here for 1 month and a half. During this time, of course, I walked around Baltimore a lot and explored the city, and I found that the public space is quite conceived quite differently here. So I was researching which are those buildings where people actually gather and spend time together. I found there are a couple of spots in the city that are really symbolically important for the people who live here, either because that's where they gather to stand up for their values, or because they socialize there or spend just time together. And McKeldin Fountain is one of these places. So apart from being a really unique architectural work, it's also really important in a social sense.
I wish that Baltimore would get visionary again about public space, would become more speculative and take more risks with public space. A lot of cities are creating spaces that are designed to please and accommodate and address the largest amount of people possible, which is a kind of a person that doesn't exist. What we need to do is imagine the people that we want to be and address that person socially and publicly.
That is the spirit of Nonument, is not to create a big permanent edifice, but to really validate those spaces that are really important to real people being out there, being stimulated, and creating the rich textures that make it stimulating.
I think it's really important for the city and the citizens of the city to embrace and demand public space that's publicly owned and publicly occupied, and not created by private entities, or not overseen by private organizations. With the best of intentions, I think we still, as taxpayers and residents, need to maintain, pay for, and show pride in and love the public spaces that belong to us.
That's what this project is about, is the act of public space, and how we've created boundaries, we've created partitions where we can go and where we can't go. Just all sorts of urban planning, promoting both developers and government officials, really changing the space and who is allowed where.